All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Buffalo Bills. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, blue ready, Sneaky, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Here we go.
On first down. It's Taylor, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Jameis to throw it. And he finds Howard complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Ready, black 22, black 50. Are you getting it? Are you getting it?
First down, Winston. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Ready, black 22, 6-man. Check cross, check cross, check cross.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Check 31, check 31.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Ready? 25. They gonna need some therapy after this. He's coming. Hey, stop.
They go play action. Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Check the backer, check the backer. Kill. Back.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Allen going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Keep it up, guys. Out. Hey, home. Get wide.
They'll run on 1st down. Benjamin. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Benjamin looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Switch it. Alert. 45's the mark. I got one. 45.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. A man over the middle, and it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Check. 45's the mark. Switch.
On 1st down, Carney. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come to my work. Alert. Come to my work.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Now Allen. He's going to air one out. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
To throw, Winston. He completes it to Evans. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Winston. That's caught by Howard. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And now a fair catch called for, and he'll indeed take it at about the 6-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back around his goal line. Here's Allen. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
All day, baby, all day. Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Winston now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Buccaneer first to pick up of 12 yards. Jameis now. Only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Winston. Complete to Jones. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
No. Green, triple team.
They go back to the ground with Jones. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Green, triple team. Let's go, 950. 50. Silver. Kill. Check 43. Flip.
So that'll back him up 5. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now Winston. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 36 now, first and 10. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First and 10.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a first and 10 at the 11.
Check 50, check 50. You go tight.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point attempt here still to come. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the pistol to give to Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Tight end right, tight end right.
Winston. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He finds an opening past the 40. He gets it to Thomas. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll run on first down. Benjamin. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Allen's throw is complete, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Tight ends right. Tight ends middle. Check. 45.
Throwing now is Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
45. Mike, 45.
And here's Allen to throw on third down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox His third touchdown now on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
This is Jones. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Winston on 3rd and 2. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Levante David in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 1st down, Benjamin. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Allen. That is caught inside the 5. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. And you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Recon, 130.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have taken the lead. Now the try here for the point after. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball. almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready? Flag. We're good, man.
Winston now to throw on first down. Airing this one out for Evans. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 30. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play here for the Bills. 76 yards. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
First down, Buccaneers.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Winston now. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10.
5 on the 50.
Jameis to throw it. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up third down. Looking to erase a two-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, it's Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll go with Jones. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
And the Buccaneers first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. From the red zone now, Winston. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Now the Bucs going to use the first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Throwing, Winston toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Carl Nassib coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. First down, Winston. That's caught by Howard. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Winston. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Jameis now on first down. He completes it to Evans. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Winston. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Check hot route. Hot. Kill.
They'll keep it on the ground. Carney. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about write a finish to this one. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get in that hole.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming, as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 32-yard line.
45. Mike, 45. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Buffalo, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem.